Hey, what's up? It's RaichuARockSong on Twitch and the lead singer of Inner Outlines, Matt Hall. I'm also this week's guest on Streamer Spotlight series, in which you can join live on Twitch every Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Visit www.elevatestreams.com for more info.
Welcome back to the Streamer Spotlight series, episode number 20. If this is your first time joining, then we were going to start out with some streaming news. We're going to move on to our guest, and then in the end, we'll turn over questions to you in the chat. If you have a question, please remember to tag elevate_content so that we can grab your questions. Don't forget to hit that follow button if you haven't already hit follow. And we do have 2 founder badges left on this channel, so grab those while you still can. Tonight, we're joined by RaichuARockSong. He's a Twitch streamer who streams on console, particularly his Xbox. He's a variety streamer. He plays Sonic the Hedgehog, Rocket League, and much more. He's also a singer of an amazing band called Inner Outlines. Make sure you check them out on YouTube and on Spotify. Tonight, we're going to learn all about him and how he got started streaming and what advice he has for new streamers. With that, we'll get started, and we'll see you in just a moment.
Every day is waking up to the same old things. In this road I walk alone, praying for daylight
Good evening. Zazboo already introduced himself. I am TIE Fighter X1, and tonight we are joined by RaichuARockSong. How are you doing tonight, dude?
Pretty swell. What's up? What's up?
Very cool music video there. I want to get into that in just a little while, but first, why don't you explain what your channel is and what it means to you, and also explain a little bit about who you are and your streaming schedule.
Okay, cool. So, what up? My name's RaichuARockSong, aka Matt of Inner Outlines. Uh, my stream is kind of a little journey of my own. It's something to kind of just more connect with people. I've kind of been more reserved in later years, just kind of chilling out in my room playing video games, just till the band does stuff. And I was like, that's not really a way to make friends like that. So the Twitch is really for me, just trying to make friends and play some games with some people. I think that it's a good way to express yourself and also just find like-minded people who same things as you, whether it be music or video games or even just chatting like this. It's awesome. My schedule has been crazy, actually. Like, I've been trying to find something that works out. I think I finally did it. I do Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Central Time, and I'm playing to my strengths here. I'm doing the nighttime, and then I do impromptu mornings just for that other crowd who may be up, hit all bases.
I kind of catch you a lot of times when I'm at work. So
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for keeping me company while I'm procrastinating.
No problem.
So we're going to jump right into some Twitch and streaming news. I'm going to get your thoughts on some of the goings on from this week.
Okay.
So streamers Dr. Lupo, Tim the Tatman, and Lyric are some of Twitch's biggest stars. Are you familiar with any of them?
Nope.
No? Okay. So they signed some exclusive deals with Twitch this week. Dr. Lupo, Tim the Tatman, and Lyric have a combined user base, follower base, rather, I should say, of 10.36 million viewers. Each regularly draw thousands of concurrent viewers at one time. How do you feel about the moves that Twitch is making in response to some of the other people that we've seen leave for Mixer and other platforms?
Well, I'd say, I think Mixer's just kind of trying to swoop in and take all big names, like the big topic one, Ninja. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can understand Mixer is just trying to get their own kind of base and their kind of user base too. But in the same sense, I think that Twitch has already got it nailed down. Like, I've seen some complaints, but none that I've really had a problem being so new anyways. And I think everything that Twitch is adding is going to trump any other kind of streaming anyways.
Cool. So speaking of the streamers that are leaving, one of them is Shroud. He's a big first person shooter player.
Yeah.
You know him? Okay. He Streammetrics put out a report saying that only 15% of his community followed him from Twitch to Mixer. What do you think that this means from a stream viewer standpoint? What do you think it means that they're not really willing to jump to another platform to watch somebody who they regularly watch?
I think that Twitch has made a great enough platform that people are just already set in their ways, really, and they're comfortable maneuvering through it all, other than having to learn all these new terms that Mixer has that are the equivalent of Twitch. It's just kind of like, what's the point if I already know how?
Well, number one, your audio is kind of going in and out a little bit. I think it's just the microphone on your camera. If you could just speak up a little bit, maybe we could get rid of that. So you stated that you think it's because Twitch has already made that home, right? So what do you think? Streaming is a little bit different than like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, where you see people using multiple platforms, where as in streaming, you don't really see that as much. People kind of pick their platform and they stick to it.
I think that's you just kind of find where your people are. Like, once you're in Twitch, everybody's got the commands to get into the discords and to group up and for me, example, like once I got started, I had no clue. I just knew that Twitch was something that was on my Xbox, and I had friends that used Twitch, so I was like, that's obviously the platform for me. That's where my friends are.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So a verified streamer on Mixer lost his partnership with Microsoft after he tweeted a joke about being a sex offender playing Fortnite with kids. So Harrison
Yeah.
Jr. Patrick Stewart, a Mixer streamer since 2017 with 80,000 followers, lost just about everything about his presence on Mixer too. All of his past streams have been deleted. His view count has been wiped. His biography's been deleted. The headline for the main stream is offline, of course. And it says, I'm sorry. Mixer's very clear in their rules that this type of joke is bannable. Do you think the ban should be permanent after his apology?
Well, I guess if he'd go back to Mixer after that, but I don't play that. No, that he should be banned.
I completely agree.
I say
Completely agree.
Like Fortnite is the kid game, like that's where the kids are going to be. If you're going to stream something like that, be appropriate. If not, you have no business being there.
Right. And
yeah, I think that's one thing that we should never really let that become a norm.
Exactly.
That's just one thing we don't.
Shut it down, nip it at the bud, all that stuff.
Yep.
So I know he tweeted that. Was he actually playing Fortnite on his Mixer streams?
I believe so.
Okay.
And what with Mixer being on like every Xbox now on default, like that's where the kids are going to be like, oh, I already have this.
Right.
Like that's where they're going to see it. Like that's not cool.
Yeah, Xbox is definitely going to push that more and more and trying to get. I could literally see them taking the app off of Xboxes, which would be very unfortunate because then you're not letting your consumers choose. But it's kind of a power play that I think is actually going to happen sooner rather than later.
I'm sure some of the capture card companies won't mind. So, do we want to watch the video before we talk about this next question?
Yes, we sure will. Let's jump into that real quick.
A video.
Video. Fancy. So, as you could see in that video, Microsoft announced the next gen console, Xbox Series X. Some of its specs include 4K at 60 frames per second and the possibility of up to 120 frames per second. And I didn't add in here, but they say it has the possibility to go up to 8K as well. It has a 8-core targeting CPU around 3.5 gigahertz, 13 gigabytes rather of RAM for games, with 3 gigabytes for the operating system. Obviously, you've seen the look of the new Xbox. What are your thoughts on the new Xbox and gen of consoles?
So at first I said, "Ew, get that out of my face." But that's not my thoughts now. That's not it. But when I definitely first saw it, I was just like, "What the heck just happened?" But it's honestly grown on me. I do like the change of pace of design, like. But my one question is it going to be able to like really sell? I mean, to me, let's see. Personally, my plan is that like I was waiting to see what this is going to look like, and the specs are great. It looks great, but for me, I think that I was just going to build a computer. Like it's going to be able to run all the same kind of stuff if you put the money into it, right? And Xbox has even got the discless console coming too.
I have heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like my thing would be like I have a day one like Xbox One 5 gig. That's what I run off of, and it's been doing me fine. But like when it when it comes to the next generation, what's coming next for consoles, like I think I'm gonna jump on the PC wagon too, and for all my downloaded games that I don't want to lose, I'll probably get rid of my Xbox One and get that discless things just so I can keep my old games
Sure.
and stuff like that. I don't think that whatever the price ends up being, I think that it'll probably be around the same price to get a decent computer made.
So you're kind of already on board with the streaming of games and the
Yeah,
using
yeah.
the cloud streaming.
I say,
Cool.
like, I know there's a lot of people out there that will, get a game, and then once they've had their way with it, they'll go give it to GameStop or they'll give
Right.
it to a friend, stuff like that. I've always had trouble losing my games. I'm terrible. I cannot keep track of my games, so I've gone more towards downloading games. Game Pass is like my savior right now, and even with the Switch, most of my titles are downloaded so that
Yeah.
I can just have longevity with them. And even if I decide to give the old console to somebody else or something like that, that'll have preloaded games. It'll be a nice gift one day.
Right
Well,
on.
you would have to give them your whole gamer tag for that to work, because the games actually follow your gamer tag.
True. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I was
Yeah.
thinking like game share.
So yeah, I have game share with my son, so I'm set up as his home Xbox, and he gets to play anything I get to play. I think the price point of the new Xbox is going to be about $500, which you're right. You could probably build. You can't buy one, but you could probably build a decent gaming rig for $500, enough for bare minimum. But then you have the problem of trying to stream off that $500 built computer.
Exactly.
So it could either do games pretty decently, or it could stream pretty decently. You're not going to build one that does both for $500.
Right.
So at that point, I think the Xbox is still a good buy for people that are wanting to stream straight to Twitch, right?
True. Yeah. Like, I mean, mine does it. If that was the route I'd do it, I know that I'd still be able to do it the way I've been doing, and it's only gonna get better too. Like, I think I heard something about like they're gonna start getting it to where the console players can actually have like preset overlays on their screen and set it up.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big step. It's kind of a slap in the face, but it's a big step.
If you
I
have
would
a
say
laptop,
too.
oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say that I think as game developers catch on too, if they were smart, they would allow mouse and keyboard control in with some of their console games too. That could really change the game if they start doing that. And I know there are some that are. So I think with the next gen consoles, if they make that a regular thing, we could see a real battle go down.
Right. Like, and I think the one thing everyone's holding out for is crossplay, so that it just doesn't matter what you have. Like,
Right.
if you can get games, there you go. That's it. That's all most people want.
It's true.
So a link was just posted in the chat. So Go Lightstream actually does allow you to have overlays and such, but it's a mixer only thing. They teamed up with Microsoft, which is Xbox, and they integrated that to where you could actually have those alerts on screen.
Yeah, like I know I'm using right now just this one that Twitch has that'll at least alert for like follows, hosts, stuff like that, and just working on my own on the side. Jazz Ojo helped me get my first overlays. I just figured out how to set them together, and I'm just waiting for Christmas to roll around. I'm gonna have my very first ever capture card, and it's gonna be a fun time. It's gonna be great.
That's awesome, dude. If we can help in any way, please let us know, dude.
Absolutely.
Oh, here, you can help. This is a call to arms. I need people to play Sea of Thieves with me.
All right.
Did we cover all the news? No.
No, we got a couple more things right there.
Okay, yeah, I see them. Starting on December 19th, the Epic Store will be giving away a game per day until New Year's Eve. That's not really a question, right? It's just a piece of news. So will you be checking out any of the free deals?
Do you know what they are?
No, I don't think they've announced them.
Okay, I say like
Fortnite, Dauntless. That's the only 2 free games that I know.
I mean, maybe they'll bring back the because they did give the Arkham series
Was it-
away before. Maybe they're going to roll that back out.
Maybe,
Wasn't
yeah.
Fortnite already free?
Yes.
Yeah.
So is Dauntless. That's the joke.
Yeah.
Dauntless is a lot of fun though, and it's crossplay with PlayStation and PC. If you haven't checked that out, it's on Xbox as well. Give that a go. It's kind of like Monster Hunter, but a simplified version of it.
Jazz is very proud of you for pronouncing her username right. Just so you know. Yep.
Jazz Ojo.
I thought I got it right. I thought.
We always botch it.
I've been staring at it for like a couple months, and I'm just like, how do I say that?
We always botch it, so she's happy.
No shade.
So I think we have a little Mixer and Facebook Live news of our own, don't we, Ty?
Yeah. So starting after the new year, Elevate Streams is going to be streaming as well on Mixer and on Facebook Live. So we're going to start doing some Mixer Mondays, and we're going to do Facebook Friday. And you just brought up Sea of Thieves. So one of the things that we think is going to be a lot of fun is bringing multiple people from the Elevate Streams channel all together and playing some Sea of Thieves all at the same time over on Mixer. So we hope after the new year that you guys will follow us over to Mixer on Mondays, follow us over on Facebook Live on Fridays, and it's just a way to kind of help the community grow a little bit more. So we're very excited about that.
Yes, I'm excited.
Awesome. Very cool.
I'm elated.
So let's talk a little more about your stream. How long have you been streaming? And kind of just give us why you got into streaming. I know you talked about it a little bit, but give us the details, and then tell us some of your goals.
Okay, so I've streamed a few times back last year, and I think I was just like testing things out and like seeing if I knew how to operate and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't really going for anything, but then like even just that small amount was able to get me connected with somebody that I still have on Xbox now, and I still play like Skate 3 every now and then with them. So that really is what turned me on to it. So fast forward through some band stuff and writing a whole record. Now we're just kind of taking a little break, and this is my chance to really delve into it and see what I can do. So I think what really made me want to start is that I had Jazz Ocho. So like we never really talked in high school. Like we went to school together. We're from the same hometown and everything. We never were, friends, affiliates, acquaintances, however you want to put it. But it was just a small little platform like Twitch that took for us to connect and actually be like, holy crap, like we're actually pretty cool friends. Like
that's great.
And
where have you been all my life? Oh, you were in the same high school. Damn it.
It's continued too. Like a bunch of people that I could have been friends with and I just wasn't. Like this is where I'm connecting with them now, and I'm actually being able to make plans and go out and not stay in my little hidey hole like I'm comfortable doing. So I think when it comes down to like my own personal goals, I'd say I'm not trying to make any kind of big ol' like Discord page of my own or anything like that. I like being in Elevate and being able to help in that sense, that what I'm doing, my content is actually being viewed by people with, like I said earlier, like-minded individuals who are into that kind of stuff. You just know you're going to get along. And end goal for me, I think, is just, this is another way for me, like I said, to make friends and just throw it out there, put my band out there. Like that's what I'm
awesome.
doing. The Twitch
is platform
really
to advertise. It's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Like I like to think of it as gaming social media.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's actually
okay.
a really good way to put
It's just gaming Facebook, but not Facebook gaming.
it. Vermib, thank you for that raid. We appreciate that very much.
Woo!
Yeah. So your Twitch name is I think a really fun play on words. How did you come up with that?
So everyone what's that one? I think it's a Sarah Bareilles song.
It's a Pink song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write you
No,
a
that's
love song.
that's totally Sarah Bareilles. No.
Dude, that's definitely
Okay.
Pink.
Okay. It's Pink.
Bro,
Okay.
if I one thing I know.
You wanna tell us who you're talking to?
Oh, this is my guitar player Dylan over here.
Hello.
Hi Dylan.
Does he want to join
hanging
us
out
on
with me.
stream?
I mean, yeah, if you want to, you can come sit with me.
I mean, if you'll have me, that's cool.
Come
I'm just
sit with
chilling
me.
over here.
Come sit with me. I got a whole big old Papazon chair.
Papa.
Oh Lord.
Oh no.
What happened?
I'm trying my best. That's why I have it here. I'll just scoot a bit. You can get up in here.
I just didn't want to get in the way of your.
Good,
So.
you're good. It's our interview now.
Hello.
We're gonna get into inner circle stuff anyway, so it's awesome that you could
So
join us
we'll
as
be
well.
asking the questions from
Inner
now
outlines.
on.
So go ahead and explain the meaning behind your name.
Okay, so yeah, it's RaichuARockSong. It's a play on words. It's also okay. So if it's a Pink song, it's a Pink song. I'm not gonna write you a love song. And I'm gonna look that up later.
I promise.
But
I'll look it up now.
there's that love song. So I just switched it for rock, because I'm in a rock
Yeah.
band, stuff like that. So, but yeah, anytime I get into other people's stream, they're just like, "Write you a love song." Oh no, I got it wrong.
So tell us about your band a little bit, and tell us about the name of your band's Inner Outlines. How did you guys come up with that?
Okay, so yeah, Inner Outlines. That's the band. We've been a band for
It's not
5
Pink.
years.
Wow.
We've got 3 records out, 2 full lengths, 1 EP, and we've got new music. Throw it out there. It's getting writ right now.
Writ?
It's getting wrote. It's getting writ. It's getting rat. So Inner Outlines is actually a name that came from one of our original members. His name was Billy. He sadly passed away in the first year of the band.
Oh,
So it's another way for us to just kind of remember our friend and
okay.
keep what we started this about alive in the first place. And yeah, like it was a good name. People can't figure it out, and I think that's cool. It's just like it's open to interpretation.
I can't figure it out either.
Well, you guys definitely are killing it. I mean, you sound great. I love listening to your music.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
You come up on my Spotify quite often.
That's sweet. I love you.
So back to kind of streaming. So we talked a little bit about the different platforms. What is it that's keeping you on Twitch now that there are so many options out there?
Like I said, one, that's where I got my start. Basically, that's the default that I went to. 2, my friends are there, so
Right.
I'm definitely gonna go where I'm comfortable. I'm gonna go where I think I can make an impact and at least help. And I think Twitch is just cooler looking. You know,
You like the user interface.
I like
The way it looks.
I like purple.
I prefer the way it looks over the other ones as well. So
Right.
I'm with you.
Like what Ty was saying, I was looking at those Mixer things. I heard that like Mixer has an overlay option for consoles, and I was
Mhm.
like, yeah, I could take an easy way out. So I checked that out, and I tried to set it up, and I did. I managed to do it, but I just didn't like it. So I went literally right back to Twitch.
Awesome. So you're gonna get probably a couple of these questions. People are asking when you're touring near them. I know
Okay.
I've been bugging you for a while to come my way. But so when it comes to streaming, we've talked a little bit about what you stream. What kind of things do you like to watch when you're watching Twitch?
I like to watch a lot of singers on Twitch.
Okay.
I've checked out a few, and I saw that Twitch Sings game, so I might once I get some more equipment, I'll probably give that a shot myself.
That would be awesome. We all love to watch that.
Yeah, and other than that, I do watch a lot of Sea of Thieves, so I can kind of figure out how to play. And other than that, yeah, like I said, I don't really know much of these big names. I kind of stick to my homegrown friends who are doing the same thing I'm doing. So of course I'm going to support that. I think maybe my only big name subscription that I have is A Drive. That's just because I poke.
I thought you were going to say Zazaboo.
Yeah.
No, I sub to Zaz too.
So once Zazaboo makes it big, are you going to stop watching him and find somebody else to watch?
I wouldn't blame him if he stopped now.
I'm
so
gonna go watch Ninja on Mixer.
Yeah, there you go. So when it comes to content creation, you know, we're constantly talking about streaming and making videos and stuff, but when creating music and the videos that you guys make for your songs is an amazing form of content creation. Can you guys maybe kind of walk us through your process of writing a song and then maybe talk about making your music videos?
Raichuing a song.
I'm gonna let you
Raichuing.
talk. This is a band one too.
Yeah. Basically, like, it's free for any of us to we have like a band chat, and what me, Matt, our guitar player Andy, and even our bass player Doug, what we'll do is that we'll just we'll put a song in there and be like, how do you guys feel about it, and if it starts, like, you know, we start getting ideas for it, then we might take it to like practice and see if there's anything we could build on there. I swear with 20 different ideas, and we've only gone with about 4 of them, but it's we only want to pick the best of the best, and it was like we just want to get the ideas down on paper, and once we have them on paper, we can start building on them. It, like, I almost think about it as like buying clothes. Like, if you don't like it, like when you see it first in the store, you're not gonna ever like it. So
makes sense.
That's the opposite for my wife. I tell her
say that.
I always tell my wife, if you don't love it, get rid of it.
Right, put it back.
But
I say, yeah, like they're really in sync when it comes to making the instrumentals and stuff.
Mhm.
And if it comes for any, like, I diddle around guitar, I just make them do it for me.
he's
Yeah.
downplaying himself a lot. He helped with like almost half of the last record.
But,
So do you solely write the lyrics then, Raichu?
Yep,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We leave that to him. Personally, I'm not. I don't consider myself very good at it at all.
it's so I can talk about my feelings.
Yeah. So yeah. That's just not the way.
I love that you're like playing with your hair when you say that.
My
Well,
feelings.
Like,
My feelings. Stop, you're hurting my feelings.
I also love that you said that your band members were in sync. So that was a good name drop there.
hey,
My name.
I'd like to meet
Joey
them if you don't mind.
You killed my band. Very dumb.
prepare to die.
So do you?
So tell us a little bit about making the videos, guys, because I really enjoy your music videos.
Okay,
so
I'll
I
talk
want to hear
about,
more about that.
yeah, the Take Me video we just watched. That was shot in our hometown, and it was during our little Morgan County Fair. It happens every year.
Mhm.
We got permission through the actual fair board to shoot the video as long as we weren't shooting who was there.
Oh, it
Was it
it
some
was a
country
bigger
artist?
country act. I can't think of their name right
Wait,
now.
was it Luke Combs?
It was Luke Combs.
Yeah,
You're absolutely
they're like,
right.
as long as you don't take video of Luke Combs. We're like,
Cool.
okay, deal.
No,
That's who you
So-
want in your video, I'm sure.
Yeah, so we went with a good friend of ours. His name is Freddie D'Angelo. Freddie D'Angelo Studios. He shot that entire video.
he
So,
actually shot the It's
Yeah.
Not Safe Here as well.
yes. So, like, if you have any kind of event, like weddings, parties, you're in a band yourself, and you
Yeah.
hit up our bud Freddie D'Angelo. It's right there on Facebook. He does great work. He's done work with like Tech9 and
Wow.
even
I think.
I think he even did a Tom Petty show one time.
Nice.
Something like that.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
He's
I
making
freaking
waves.
love Teddy.
So, like, yeah, our Take Me
Street
video,
cred.
Our Take Me video, all the locations are based in our town, and the guy and the girl, the actors, those are good friends of mine that I went to high school with. the guy actually musical theater major. He's about to go and make a bunch of leap and bounds for himself. I think he had a lead role in Bonnie and Clyde.
Really?
And that was a big production.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
it was really big. It was
Good for him.
awesome.
I didn't know about
So like,
that.
yeah, it's cool that like with the band we can still keep in touch with friends and even help elevate each other.
I like it. I was like, did the video freeze?
I just gotta give it to hold on eye contact.
Appreciate that shout out, man. Somebody clip that.
No, what's even crazy about that Take Me video is that like we had to kind of improvise a lot of it.
Yeah, day of.
Well, no, like the night before.
Okay.
Because like we were supposed to shoot at somebody's house, but they like the night before decided that they wanted to change their mind because
they weren't comfortable with that.
They weren't comfortable with it. The day before they weren't comfortable with it, which, you know, whatever, it's their
That's
house.
nice.
They thought we were Motley Crue, like.
But so the night before it, like I remembered that we even had a county fair going on. I was just like, guys, I don't know how this is gonna work for a music video, but it might look kind of cool. I don't know.
Yeah, the big cool shot was literally the one at the end of the landscape.
Yeah.
Of Ferris wheel, and we shot this video literally from 7 p.m. to like 9:30, that golden hour of sunset. Mm-hmm. Like we were able to get our foresty wooded areas, and then right at the end we were all excited. We were just like, we just need one more shot. We just need to get that one cool shot of the fair with the Ferris wheel and all the rides. And it looks like a freaking movie, dude.
Right.
It's
the only thing I had in my mind when I was even suggesting that was just like, I just thought it would look cool just to have even just like the lights and it'd be dark, and it's like it's a fair. It's just gonna kind of look cool, I guess. Right. I don't know. And it'll work out, which was great.
How many takes did it usually take to actually get through all that?
A few, like for the wooded areas, we did it maybe a handful of times, like 5 times of them just walking through. Yeah. It's like, let's just get comfortable, do some stuff, and like the 2 actors, they're really good friends, so they were really easy to work with, and they were comfortable being that way with each other. You know, it's a big old mushy.
Hey guys, just if you can, make sure you're trying to speak up a little bit, just because the audio is clipping out a little bit.
Okay.
Heard.
So obviously you guys do a lot of live performance, and you're performing in front of people all the time. So Matt, when you're streaming, and we've all been through this, what gets you through at those times when you're kind of streaming maybe to no one or one person?
I think the game itself, honestly. Like I take this also as time for me to do my own personal grinding and to get what I want done in these games. So like I still have a task in mind other than stream, you know, but like I feel it, like Xbox makes you look at that freaking 0 on your screen and make you feel like a piece of crap. But like as long as you just keep it up, like you're gonna have those. So like what I've realized, you're going to have those moments, but as long as you keep it up and play the games you want to play, don't play just because someone else is playing or a big streamer is playing it too. Play the games you know you're good at, the games you know you enjoy, and games you know that your friends play, so that you can even collaborate and do all sorts of fun things. Content is best when I think content is best when spur of the moment, when improvised. So like those little moments with your friends in games that you're just hilariously cracking up at, there are other people out there that'll do the same.
And I'm sure that you also have experienced that as a band too. Do you want to talk about being up on stage and, you know, you've got nobody up there, so it's like
So
a
our-
glorified.
I don't know what that's like. We only play to sell out crowds. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty big on the
Alright,
local music scene myself, so
Man, the very first show we ever played was in front of a taco shop. And
Nice.
if that doesn't say anything about where we are, like, I don't know what will. Like, I like to say this about music too and bands. It's like, I think the perfect time and opportunity to be in a band is when you're literally not doing anything else. You might as well.
Yeah.
So, like, we come from the middle of the Midwest, so there's not a lot of music around here.
Like
There's
the Midwest.
you get corn, but not the metal corn with the K. You don't get corn. You get corn, So
Like
that's
just the regular corn.
and there's a lot of talent in our
that was a little corny.
Yeah.
I like
that. So, like, in our hometown,
God
there's
dang.
a lot of good talent and just nowhere for it to go.
No guidance.
So yeah, like that's a big goal for us to
Yeah.
kind of pave the path for people where we're at to be able to get the cities like St. Louis, Chicago, Nashville, all sorts,
Right.
and just have kind of stepping stones to follow us. We're just kind of trailblazing at the moment.
Right. Actually,
on.
just recently, even just places even started playing bands again that aren't just like cover bands,
Yeah.
or country
Live
bands.
music is coming back.
Like
That's awesome.
yeah, it's never gonna be huge, but to have anywhere to play, it's like I remember like here in town, I used to play in like a church barn, and I I was like 14. It was just a place to jam out, and it was fun, and people came out, and yeah, it was just a great time. Just having anywhere, anything is
Yeah, and my big thing is just like with how crazy like some of our towns get, like with violence and even just drugs, stuff like that. It's a good way to keep like impressionable kids off the
Yeah.
streets. Go give them something to do, give them something to work towards. Like it's a whole different world when someone sees you up on a stage. Like they see you as an idol, and uh, you really have an opportunity there to like change their way of thinking and just be like, hey, if I can do this, there's no reason you can't. Like, you can do it.
That's awesome that you guys are taking that approach and trying to open that world up for everybody that's coming after. I think that's great.
Yeah, like I think everybody has a song. Everybody, like, there's people out there that are just like, I can't sing, but for me, I'm just like, everybody can. Everybody has music in their heart, in their life. Like, it's just something that should be appreciated and not be like a competitive thing.
right.
Mhm.
No, and I hear people all the times, like I'll even just like I do lessons too, and I've offered to do that, and people are like, "Oh no, my hands are too big," and as you can obviously, I got big old sausage fingers. So like, if I can do this, I mean, it's like there's absolutely no reason why someone else couldn't.
And he plays lead parts,
So, somebody on this show right now made fun of me for my sausage fingers recently.
I have no
And
clue
I
who
play
that
a little
was,
guitar
but I'm
myself.
glad that you finally segued to me. So, have you talked to your? Have you guys talked to
This
your
is my
video
show now.
guy about maybe doing like once a month a Inner Outlines Twitch channel, like to where you can go into the music category and actually just do some music, on Twitch?
We've talked about that.
Yeah, a little bit. What we're kind of deciding between is whether we do it on my channel or we just completely make an Inner Outlines channel. We are not sure.
I think we would end up just doing a separate channel just for that, but I wouldn't be against doing some on your channel as well.
Well, if you ever want to test the waters, I'm sure Elevate would be happy to let you
Yeah, if anything,
try it
maybe,
out.
Is
maybe
he hitting on me? I don't know.
Let me get
Nah,
the digits.
that'd be cool. If Elevate Crowd would be down for it, I'd be down for a live stream.
I think it'd be awesome.
We could make something happen.
That would be sweet. I'm sorry.
We just gotta put like duct tape on Cody symbols or something.
So
Awkward
so
silence.
obviously you're busy, you work, and you have band practice and shows and things. How do you balance your streamer life with your IRL stuff?
By not sleeping.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's a real thing though. Like, I kind of have. I'm just an overactive mind, so I'm up at night, and I think which is a for that. Like, if I'm gonna wake, I might as well be doing something productive. So I think that's a way for me to battle that kind of thing, not feel so bad for being like, oh, I can't sleep, I'm a piece of crap. Like, I can't just be. But this is my normal, and I mean, I can sleep in the morning anyways. I work evenings,
Right.
so like those nights and those mornings are just kind of my downtime. So I don't really see the like. Of course, sleep is necessary. Please don't try to like binge and stay up. I said this, but
Insomnia.
Yeah, side roll.
yeah, but yeah, it's a good way to combat it, and at least combat the thoughts that you're not able to sleep. Like, everybody cannot be able to sleep. Like, it's not a bad thing. Just at least relax. Like, I still wake up relaxed, rejuvenated, and ready to take off. Come right back to the stream.
I could just say rejuvenated again.
Rejuvenate.
So
that's our next single, Rejuvenate.
rejuvenate. All right.
Yeah.
You heard it here
All the
first.
rewords.
So what would you recommend to the people out there watching to set yourself apart from other streamers?
Set yourself apart. Some that I've been putting into practice, to take the time to really research and develop your own way of streaming and chat like that. And also just, you're the only you there is. So just think of your stream as already original. Don't worry about pressure.
Good advice. Good advice. Guys, don't forget to tag your questions for Raichu in elevate_content in the chat. And we'll be grabbing those and asking them at the end of the show.
Cool.
So now's the fun part. Now we move on to technical questions, right? Because I'm a nerd. So let's talk about your setup. You stream straight from your Xbox, right? How easy is that?
Fairly easy. I had some problems with for anybody else out there streaming on Xbox. There is a to when you want to switch games, you're gonna have to start a completely new video. So anybody out there on Xbox, if you're gonna plan to stream one game and just get through the video. Then for another video, just plan it for next time. There's always time. But for me, yeah, Xbox has been fairly easy. I'm able to have my laptop in here and watch my creator dashboard and stuff like that. I can edit the stream info there. And yeah, my only problem is being able to switch games midstream, but there's a way to combat just plan ahead.
Sure. So do you think anyone's capable of streaming?
Anybody. Yeah, I'm trying to get my girlfriend to do it.
How's that going for you?
It's working out. She's watching me. I'm just trying to get her a feel. And like, I'll be streaming. I think I was streaming Sonic the Hedgehog, and just a couple of my friends were chatting. And one of my friends over here was just like, or one of her friends. I mean, they're both. But anyway, she was just like, "Oh yeah, this," like that. I'm just like, and that's where I came up with. I was like, it's literally just gaming, social media, like it's
Yeah.
And yeah, like my girlfriend does like a lot of yoga, like really insightful at it, and I'm just like, people would want that. People want to watch and like be directed in like proper like that. Yeah, so I'm like, you could have a.
So unfortunately, we missed mostly everything you said. We heard social gaming platform. We heard your girlfriend wants to do, or she does yoga, and that she should probably stream it, but that's about all we got.
So
Do
yeah,
we need to shout at you? Is this better?
Yell.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I could keep it
So-
at this like the whole time.
Yeah.
You can yell at me too.
Then stop.
Okay. Do we just need to get closer?
Yeah.
Maybe.
So
There we go.
So like, yeah, I'm trying to get other people to do it with me just because I've grown so infatuated with the stream. I'm like, make some friends. Like it takes 5 seconds out of your day to even check and see what a friend is up to. Like I see everybody on Twitch going after a goal. Anytime I see one of my friends on, I'm right there if I can.
That's awesome.
So,
But yeah,
what advice would you have given yourself about streaming prior to starting streaming?
I'd say research definitely capture card, because I did try to do like a YouTube channel a while back and stuff, and I thought the capture card I got was going to translate into streaming, and I ended up with one of those that just makes the video file stream. It doesn't do nothing. So like that was almost like $70 down the drain for me. So really, if you're gonna get equipment, make sure, like 100% sure, look up reviews, look up the specs, anything that you need to know before you buy anything, even games. Like, also, yeah, no, that's something I wish I would have known. Look up the games that'll actually play the cutscenes and not pause them, like Naruto. Because Naruto's a great game, but I can't watch cutscenes with every. Dumb.
That just
And
pauses
if you
the stream?
need
That's
help
ridiculous.
with your streaming setup, you can join the Elevate Discord, and everybody there will be happy to help you.
Absolutely, yes. Join up with Elevate. It's worth it.
That guy just asked.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy just asked Google. By the way, I'm Google.
Yeah. It's more like I'll be
s-
like, "Oh, I have this thing I want to work on, and I'm not really sure how to do it," and he'll just decide to tell me how to do it.
I
It's
have
called
AI.
unsolicited advice. Yeah.
What's the
UA.
importance of networking?
The importance is that no one thinks that you are just full of yourself, I think. Like, it's just a part of the community. If you're a streamer, like, you run into people who may want to collaborate, or just like, even with your viewers in chat, you have to pay attention to the chat. You have to network. And if you're not going to do that, then, like, what are people going to watch you for? Unless you're, like, super freaking good at, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, 360 no scopes.
Yeah. And what about as far as inner outlines as well?
Inner outlines with networking.
Oh yeah, we couldn't do anything. Literally nothing. Like you can't like set up shows. You can't get content creators to like make your videos. You can't get a producer to do anything. You literally can't do it without networking unless you want to do everything by yourself.
Yeah,
which is expensive. It takes a
everything-
lot of time and makes you wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
anything you want to do in life is going to make you step out of that box, and better late than no time like the present. So just
So-
network, just do it, talk to people.
So either one you want to answer, whether this be inner outlines or as far as streaming, what's the biggest obstacle you or the band has had to overcome?
I mean, there's been a few. Like, there's creative differences, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, we do have to kind of battle with each other, parts of songs,
Mhm.
or which shows we're gonna take, things like that.
We actually have a joke going that if we don't fight over a song, that's not going to be a good. If we don't fight about it, if we're not passionate enough about it to fight,
Exactly.
about it, it's not going to be.
That's good advice,
That's
actually.
a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and I'd say biggest struggle with streaming, I think, is just like in your personal life, to get people behind what you're doing and stuff, and understanding that it does take time out of your day because it's something you want to go after, and
Yeah.
for them to one understand it and two respect it.
Yeah.
And
That is
it's
very
good.
true.
Like when you're in the music world, you surround yourself with are also in the music world. When you're in the streaming world, you need to surround yourself with people also about the streaming. Like it's the only way to really get anywhere starting out.
Yeah.
True. I think another obstacle we kind of came across was knowing our worth, knowing what we're worth. Because I remember we would just take up shows, just to take up shows, just saying yes, absolutely everything. And of course, like when you're beginning, when you're starting, I think you still should do that.
Yeah, play out.
Yeah.
Because like just get that. But once you're kind of more, once you have like time,
Once you're
and money,
established,
and like and you're established and stuff, at that point you then have to what you're worth at that point. And we've as a result have been taking less shows.
Like In or Out is LLC,
Mhm.
so we are a business. So
Mhm.
most of our shows, besides a few special exceptions,
we got contracts, fam.
Yeah, like we have contracts. We have to, at least, it's like we're in entertainment. Money, entertainment, time, 5 years of time into making it what it is. Solely original music too. We barely ever covers and stuff. Like
we do a Foo Fighters cover.
Basically selling ourselves. So for that, like, know your worth, and
fight with your bandmates about
don't
songs.
Settle. Don't settle. Don't do it.
Don't settle. Don't do it. Don't.
So you said, surrounding yourself with other people that do it. It reminded me about the old saying, "Iron sharpens iron." You want to grow, then you're gonna have to be around people that are doing the same thing that's either better than you or, well, preferably better than you. Because if they're at the same level, you're not gonna get any new tips from them.
Oh yeah,
right?
we're super inspired by bands like in like the same, I guess you would say, scene as us, but they've been established for a little bit longer. They've gone a little bit further than we are right now, and like I'm inspired by those bands every day. Like they're awesome.
So speaking about being inspired, who are some of the band's biggest influences? Like, where did you guys pull your sound from?
All right. Well, Andy's is Foo Fighters. I know that.
Yeah. I love the Foo too, but I wouldn't.
So, like, influence other artists. I would say one of my favorite bands ever is The Killers. I love that synth pop, but still has a band.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I've always loved like emo, punk types of bands. So like, of course. But like, it's like always what I've always drifted towards, what I try to write towards.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people say we sound like the Used.
They say you sound like the Used.
Okay.
which isn't which isn't a bad thing either. I love the Used.
Yeah.
It's
I
funny
came up in
because
the
Zazaboo's
punk hardcore
content
scene
is
myself.
also used.
Yeah, it is. It is from your stream. Well, they said you want to hang out with people that are better than you, so that's why you hang out with me.
Make sure they're not too much better than you though, because then I guess it's gotta be like gotta be like at least equal or just like a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because then like I look at like Mark Holcomb or like Tossin Abasi, thing like that. I look at that as like, man, when am I guitar?
See, I do the opposite. I hang out with Zazaboo. It's like in high school, the pretty girl will find, or like, a decent looking girl will find some not attractive girls, not so much attractive, and it makes her look a lot better.
No.
That's Zazaboo.
Yeah.
That's Zazaboo right
That's
there.
why you had the fat friend. Yeah.
No, I'm not. I never did that.
Why do you think we're friends?
Wow.
That's a lead singer complex there, right? You gotta be the best looking person in the band. Otherwise,
nah, that's mixed up. I'm the vain one. I'm the.
I Google myself. That's true.
Anything you can tell people starting to stream or starting a band, what advice would you guys give them?
I would say for the band one, find people that you get along with, people that you could see having like Thanksgiving dinner with or something like that. Like, you need a family. Like, a band becomes a legitimate relationship, and there will be tensions. There will just like, do I really like go through this with these people? And it's like, heck yeah, these are my family, brothers now. They don't get.
Yep, and that's why you surround yourself with people who love that too, because sometimes you will get in modes where it's like, man, sometimes it just feels like I'm just spinning my wheels, just doing the same thing over and over, and just driving yourself crazy. And you need those rational people in your life who are, that you're in with to tell you, just like, you're not wasting, especially when you're not.
Right.
Someone who's going to be proud to support. Really, like, it really makes a difference when, hey, proud of you. Like, that really makes it really keep going. It's not even getting the numbers on Spotify, on Twitch. It's somebody that's, hey, I really like what. It's just like, thanks, I did too.
But those things are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and I'd like to add that if you're passionate about anything, you're not wasting your time. So
That's
right.
true.
That's a good one.
Yes, I agree with that.
I'd say another kind of is for both streaming and a band.
Oh, we got 2 for 1 here.
When you decide, if say it's day one, you decide, I'm going to start a band, I'm going to start a stream. So you need to, one, watch and learn, basically. Like, with streaming, that's just go watch your friends, watch the big guys, like that. Really watch their mannerisms, kind of adopt your own sense, so you're not catching yourself off guard in the first place and doing something you shouldn't be. And also, putting together your package. Like, if you're going to become an entertainer, then you have to.
I'm sorry. I totally went.
Shut up!
Shut up! I wasn't gonna say anything.
It's hard not to be juvenile.
great advice, everybody. Make sure you put your package together. All right.
Be prepared is what I mean.
Be prepared
Be prepared for literally anything to be able.
I'm sorry, Matt.
To do these things that you want to do, because with streaming, you need to decide. Okay, am I going to have a webcam like this guy, or am I just going to go straight with like this guy, or am I going to have a donation thing, or am I going to do just a hot stuff like that? You really have to set yourself. You're going to be 100% about it or not.
Set up a business plan, even if you don't want it to be a business.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a lot of sense. So we're going to jump into some word association. I think it'll be a lot of fun if both of you guys do this. But first, I want to remind everybody in chat, if you have a question for these guys, make sure to tag Elevate Content so we can grab them. And we'll get to those in just a few minutes. Also, if it's your first time here, make sure you click that follow button. We also have 2 more founder badges left. The last 2 founder badges for subscriptions, that stays with you as long as, for eternity. Even if you don't sub next month and you come back the following month, you still have that first founder badge, guys.
Yes. All right, so we're going to play word association. Assuming you know how that works, I say a word, you tell me the first thing that pops in your mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna let him go first.
As long
so
as
the first one is
it's PG-ish. All right. First thing appropriate that pops in your mind. You can take a second.
I'll do my best.
So the first word is streaming.
Twitch.
Okay. Content.
Content videos.
Creator.
Okay. Fortnite.
Bad.
4-year-olds.
Dropped frames.
Bad.
I just imagine Dropkick.
Murphy's. Video.
Game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Twitch.
.tv.
Stream.
I added this one for you guys. Rock and roll.
Foo Fighters.
I was gonna say Foo Fighters. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Jazzy.
Jazz Ojo.
Jazz.
Streamlabs.
hard.
Don't know what that is.
Stream Elements.
Again.
I need to delete.
OBS.
I don't know what that is.
You know, I told you what OBS.
I don't remember.
I know-
You tell me things.
I say that one's hard. It was just like, yeah, it's OBS.
I don't know what that means.
Music.
Yeah.
Music, notes,
Lyrics.
lyrics, me.
Matt.
Solo.
Solo, me. I'm just
Me.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Baseline.
Doug. That's our bass player.
Right on. We got to get all you guys on one time. We got to do that music stream.
That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
maybe
All
on
right.
season 2
Sundays
we
are good for
we
us.
can do an interview with all you guys. That'd be a lot of fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
Sundays are our best day to get together.
Cool. Turns out that's when we do this show.
They would have been here today, but there's a lot of snow.
Last snow.
That's what I've been seeing. My Weather Channel app's been letting me know you guys are getting nailed out there.
Where are you guys at?
I am actually in Pennsylvania.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, me
So it's heading
too.
this way,
I'm
I'm sure.
in our Pennsylvania studio.
Yeah.
Oh, neato. I was in Pennsylvania one time. I got pulled over. The police officer was very nice.
Yeah. I've had good interactions with police other than the times that they lock me up.
Fair enough.
Is there more words?
There is one more.
Okay.
But before I get to it, I just want to remind everybody that Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Elevate Content channel, we have Walt Wednesday. It's hosted by Jazz O Joe and Bermide. They cover the latest Disney news, and they get into kind of the nitty gritty behind whichever movie is next on the list. I'm not sure. It's Dumbo this week, so that's a fun one. But they'll go through if there's an origin story before the Disney movie, they'll talk about that, and then they will get into the actual story of the movie. They'll talk about the actors, that kind of thing. So it's really fun. So the last word is Disney Plus.
Neato Supremo.
Endgame.
Endgame.
Endgame was the very first. As soon as I got Disney, like, sit right here, not move, watch Endgame, and I did.
Nice.
That looks
Is it already
very
on there?
uncomfortable
Yeah.
to sit like that the whole time.
Yeah.
No, like I did it. I sat there, and everyone's like,
I definitely
Um,
enjoyed it since I've had it.
So we're going to get into some chat questions, but first I'd like to put you on the spot. I heard you playing guitar in the background earlier. Would you guys like to do a small acoustic thing?
Yes, I would.
okay. Oh, I mean, heck,
You have no idea how ready I am.
Awesome.
We could just do Take Me. We could.
you want to do an acoustic version in the video?
I don't care.
Okay. You heard it. You heard "Take Me," and we haven't really ever done an acoustic version.
Hold on, I got it. I'm not as ready as I said I was.
It's basically tuned.
I accidentally bumped the tuners earlier.
Okay.
It
You want
happens.
me to move the camera? I can.
Symphonic. Thought you wouldn't ask.
Let me move this weird gear.
Yeah, he's like, what took you so long?
I'll say,
Whoa.
yeah, just here.
Oh, is that one of your fans?
Yeah, it's my biggest fan, actually. Not that- Gosh. Okay. Just trying to.
Do we need to? We
No,
could-
I got it.
I like your tattoo. The truth is out there.
Thank you.
What you got?
I'm just being stupid. Get your butt in there too.
I am in.
Looks good.
Okay. Oh, I'm looking at the one on the right.
Yeah. Hey.
There we go. All right.
Okay. Yeah, we just do Take Me.
Okay.
I say,
Totally
play a-
unrehearsed.
play a-
Here is Take Me by Inner Outlines.
I think we should
Yeah,
do just a quick
yeah, real-
little. sound thing.
Play the guitar. Okay. That doesn't sound like a.
It is cutting out a little bit.
Do I need to be closer?
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
So I could scoot the computer up.
Scoot my butt on the table. Okay.
Okay. No, I'm not in it.
Yeah, it's clipping pretty bad. I think it's the call itself.
The call, I feel.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Try our best?
Let me switch to
Wait, what'd you do?
and see if we get a better connection.
Okay.
Now?
Give her.
Oh, okay.
Give her.
Much better.
Much better. Okay.
Much better?
Yeah.
All right, Nito.
Alright, I'm not up in here, but it's an audio thing, not a video thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Every day it's waking up to the same old things. In this road I walk along, and praying for daylight to end. Yet I thank God the mind's a temple, 'cause I know the stars are there when I'm feeling lost. Just like a friend who takes you in and you don't wanna go home just yet. So go and I'll go wherever you take me. And if I hesitate, just shake me and make me. The days are crumbling and things are moving right along. But now we're figuring where we belong. So go and I'll go wherever you take me. Won't forgive myself if I'm the reason for a missed opportunity to live my life the way I want to live my life the way I'm gonna pack my things and get up out of here, 'cause I'm well aware that all the world has lost its unity. And I just don't know whether to show my whole heart or some of my fears. So go and I'll go wherever you take me. And if I hesitate, just shake me and make me. The days will come and things are moving right along, but for now we're faking strong, finding somewhere we belong. So go and I'll go wherever you take me. See, my life is not a lie. I'd rather do this than die. No need to clarify. Just have to stay alive. My life is not a lie. I'd rather do this than die. Just have to stay alive. So go and I'll go wherever you take me. And if I hesitate, just shake me and make me. The days will come when things are moving right along, but for now we're faking strong, finding somewhere we belong. So go and I'll take me wherever. Take me. Thank you.
Awesome, guys.
Thank you.
Woo!
Oh, they love us.
They
They
love
really
me.
love
They really love me.
Oh,
Oh, there's the fan again.
oh, it's
That was
really good,
killer,
guys.
guys.
That was.
That
I
was
love acoustic
awesome.
music, so I appreciate you guys doing that.
hey, we'll do it again sometime.
I appreciate you asking. That was fun.
Yeah, Ty,
yeah,
Ty
and
has
season
a
2.
acoustic only on his stream.
Yeah.
Sick.
So just to jump into chat questions, then once again, if you have any questions, let's get them in chat now. Tag Elevate Content. When are you coming to Knoxville to visit me and tour? That was from Jazz O Joe.
Jazz, we're gonna get to Knoxville eventually. So, just here's a little inside on the band at the moment. So, we are currently in the process of writing new music. We're gonna go record another EP. So, that's gonna take a little bit of time. That's probably gonna take up until like the end of summer, something like that.
Something like
And
that.
for people
Oh,
not
that's
involved in music, can you kind of explain, what the difference between an EP is and
Sure. Yeah. So
Yeah.
an EP is shorter than an album. It is at least 6 songs or less. I'm pretty sure.
You can have an EP be literally 2 songs. An EP is anything longer than
A single.
Anything longer than a single. Excuse me. Sorry.
I think he
Excuse me.
died.
I did a little bit every day. It's anything longer than a single. I think like the longest EP can be like 6 songs.
I think so.
I think after that you could call it an album.
Because I had a Plain White Tees album and it was only 7 songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what that means is that a lot of our money is going to get dumped into recording these songs and stuff like that. And in the process of that, we're going to be shopping our songs to some record labels, and hopefully we can get a deal to get some money to get a good enough van. But in the meantime, here in February, I actually get a new vehicle, which kind of helps us. It's not a van, but it definitely helps us. And is if the most a band like us, like a very small local band, can ask for from any of our fans is like, if you want us to come to your town, hit us up with some links of some venues you would like us to be at, or even if you have the owner or talent buyer of a venue, put us in contact with them and we will make something happen.
Yep, that's all we need. It's just a connection. We just need the awareness of that this place that you want us to play exists.
Networking.
And yes, that too. That's yes, definitely. And
but
that's really it. Literally, all we just need is just gas money. Give us gas money. Give us gas money, and we'll drive to wherever you want us to go. It's got to at least cover the cost. That's another thing I said earlier. Just knowing your worth. There's a lot of times like there were shows like in Chicago, which is like almost a 5-hour drive for us.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, and they wanted us to play for free, and we said no because that's stupid.
No, you're worth.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely be talking to some friends of mine I know that put on shows and do things around my area.
Yeah,
So, thank you.
Yeah. Because I want to see you guys, and I don't want to drive to you.
Exactly. Like that's what bands are here for. We're here to drive.
So our next question is: do you guys play at the Square when they do live music in the summer? From Jazzo Joe.
We have before.
Yeah, we did one time. We got hired one year, and the next year after that, they just decided to go a different route, a more bluegrass route, but a route.
We're a little bit.
We're loud.
We are loud. We are a little bit harder, and I definitely understand why they went that route. I definitely understand it. I'm not bitter at all.
But you know who we know in Pennsylvania, though, right?
Who?
Nazaboo.
Yeah, we know Zaz.
Yeah.
And we also know, I think we know another local band from Pennsylvania called Glass Mansions.
Oh, I thought they were from Jersey.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Pennsylvania.
Really?
So if we can get hooked up with them too, we can even introduce you to a few of our friends we have around here.
Cool.
Yeah, I want to get you guys in contact with a Florida band called the Helvetica Effect. They're close friends of mine.
The what effect?
The Helvetica Effect, like the font.
Okay, both of you talked at the same time. I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
The Helvetica Effect, like the font.
I'm always down for Florida. I always go there.
Now, see, if you were going to be in Florida, I would probably come to Florida because then I could see you guys and Ty.
Exactly.
So, and Mr. Tofu.
Yes.
I'd say, yeah, elevate's all East Coast, right?
Yes, mostly. Well,
heck yeah. Well,
And England.
come on, let's work together. We'll set up an Elevate tour. Let's do it.
Yeah, sounds
we
good.
can. Yeah, let's.
Inner Outlines tour sponsored by Elevate. There you go.
Well, let's slow down a little bit.
Sponsored by, I don't know.
It's all I need. I'm simple. I'm easy. I promise.
Next question.
That's all I need.
Hey, that's what I had for dinner.
Hell yeah.
So next question. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So Justin Rage V2 in chat wants to know, would you ever consider doing a live stream of one of your entire shows?
Like a live
I think we already,
show,
yeah,
maybe?
we already covered that.
Yeah, like I think if we did it, we would get the proper equipment for it to get the levels right.
We did something kind of like that on Facebook after like the 2-year anniversary of the It's Not Safe Here EP. We just played the entire EP front to back, and but
that was just off the cell.
Yeah, that was just off a cell phone, and it was still fun, and it still sounded okay. But it's like if we were to do anything like that, we would want to be able to do it right.
If you need a good live engineer, we know one. His name's Symphonic 313.
I
Just have to get him out of Texas.
He would also like to know, what was the best band that you guys have seen live?
Oh my god! Honestly,
that's a hard one.
One of the best bands that I've seen live would have to be a band that we opened for at Point Fest. That had to be Breaking Benjamin. That band was so freaking good.
They were really good.
They were so good.
They're one of my favorites.
Best live band I've seen is the Killers, man. They put on a show.
Killers are great.
It was a killer show.
It was. Dude was like in this silver outfit, but they had gold lights on him, and it was perfect. It was awesome.
I've seen a lot of really good live shows, but I was there for Black Sabbath's farewell tour, and that was pretty special to me. Yeah.
Sabbath, brother. That's sick.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I will say that my favorite was Nothing More just recently. They absolutely kill it on stage.
Awesome.
Yeah, they are phenomenal live. If you ever get a chance to go see them, check them out.
I've seen videos of them performing live, and from everything that I've seen, they're just phenomenal.
My favorite.
So I'm a little jealous, not gonna lie.
I love that little YouTube collaboration they do with the piano player.
Yeah, it's really good.
Here's to the Heartache.
Here's to the Heartache. Yeah, they're my favorite band right now. Like those guys are killing it. So
they're sick.
They're awesome.
If you like those guys, you should check out Don Broco.
Okay.
Don Broco, yeah.
Don Broco.
Yeah, DonBroco. It's really good. It's like, it's still got heavy aspects, but it's very modern music.
Yeah, it's
like,
very melodic. It's
good.
Very, yeah, I love it.
I just put it up. A British rock band. Nice.
Yes.
I will check them out.
I like them a lot anyway.
And say, well, if you're gonna put out a band, I'm gonna put out a band. Check out a band called Can't Swim. They're really good. They're like my favorite band right now.
Yeah, Can't Swim. They're more like punk, pop, kind of punk.
Yeah, really
emo.
punk. Really punk.
I love Can't Swim too. They're so good.
Awesome.
Check them out.
Jazzy has a lot of questions. So I'm going to run through all of these.
Go.
Let's start with the first one. Is Dylan okay?
He's all right.
In relation to what?
It was when you were kind of like falling backward, laughing.
Oh yeah, no, I'm cool. I'm fine.
He
I'll
sounds
live.
cute.
Next question.
Will you ever make acoustic versions, other songs of yours? Because I love acoustic.
We've talked about it.
We have definitely talked about it. I honestly would like to do it. I think that it'd be
The
really
only
cool.
person who would not like to do it is our
Cody.
producer.
Oh
No, our producer Kevin would, because recording acoustic music, recording acoustic music, that's really hard.
Recording acoustic
music.
Yeah, once you hit the tick in
It's
acoustic, it's very odd.
Yeah, it's very different from electric because you can edit the electric into whatever program you want, but with acoustic, you have to get it right.
It's
in
just
the
your guitar
booth,
and a mic, and that's all you got.
Or your
Even
producer
just like if
yells at you and doesn't take you for Italian.
Like yeah, it's literally just your acoustic and the mic because doing acoustic guitars direct in it can sound okay. I know a couple country artists who have done it. Just for me, it just sounds thin.
Yeah,
it doesn't sound right.
I recorded the acoustic guitar for our song "Build It Up," and I think I had to take more than like 30 takes to just get it right.
Yeah, it's just it is a different
because you can get
way.
you can get a weird buzz if you're not holding it right. If
Yep.
you drop the pick inside the guitar, you're like, oh,
And then
hang on.
and that's a freaking eternity. Just to
Everybody
get
knows
that.
that struggle that plays.
Acoustic records are not like necessarily hard more than they are
Time
like
consuming,
meticulous and very precise. You have to be a perfectionist if all you do is acoustic music.
That's not to say that to do it on electric guitar it's not as
but I don't want to do that. I want to put it on acoustic guitar.
Yeah, I know.
So if I can give some unsolicited advice here, why don't you guys, start a YouTube thing where you do like one take Mondays or something, right? You pick a day of the week, you do it in one take. You do some of your originals, you do some covers, and this way you're producing content every week, and you can gain a following for Inner Circles and get your name out there a little bit more.
Inner Outlines.
That definitely sounds
sorry. Wrestling was on the brain. Inner Circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that'd be something to really be down with, like with the streaming platforms and stuff like that. Like even Facebook streaming would be fine for the band off of our band page. You know who I saw streaming off of their band page the other day?
Who?
Ronnie Radke of Falling in Reverse.
Really?
He was playing Fortnite on Facebook.
Neat.
Yeah.
I guess.
Cool.
Well, that's like Brandon Urie.
Brandon Urie.
Yeah.
He's pretty big on Twitch.
Yeah, he's been killing it.
Yeah.
He does great.
I didn't know he streamed.
Oh yeah, he brings in a lot of people, and sometimes he does just music streams. Sometimes he's playing Fortnite. Like, it's pretty wild. But yeah, I was thinking like if you did it once a week, then it was just if you didn't do it live streaming, you could make sure you only did one song, right? So that you're constantly pushing out new content each week and staying relevant and staying in people's minds.
True, I say. And a lot of it comes down to just our, we're 5 guys in a band. Getting us all together is kind of like herding sheep.
Yeah.
Oh, 5 guys, don't talk about food.
Yeah, now I want a burger.
Oh, no.
It doesn't have to be the whole band though. So sometimes it could be just you two. Sometimes it could be the whole band. It's just you're representing the whole band. So.
Well, soon it will just be us two. We're kicking everybody else out.
Well, there you go. It's a 2-piece. You can play all the instruments.
Into
it. So moving forward, where can we find some Inner Outlines merchandise?
Inner Outlines merchandise. You can find that at our live shows and also on our Facebook page. We have a link. We have inneroutlines.com, which we have a link to our Threadless page. There are a couple of exclusive designs on there too that you won't find at shows.
Yeah, no, and it's cool too because with Threadless you're able to put up any design you want, and then you could basically make whatever merch you want. We have like coffee mugs, we have like sweatshirts, phone cases. A couple people got the phone cases. They're real nice.
Yeah. And I know right now is a limited time thing that we're trying to push past for, but we have a exclusive white vinyl edition of our last record, Perspective, up on the website right now.
Yes.
Nice.
Well,
It
well,
looks very clean. It looks very
yeah,
cool.
it's a pristine marble white record. It looks so good.
I think
This-
I need to get a copy of that because
Yeah.
pretty soon here I'm going to be starting a show of my own on my channel where I go through my record collection, talk about the bands and the genres.
I'll have to
That sounds sick.
I'll have to send you some records.
I would love to have one of those to play on stream.
Cool.
And then also on that website, do you have your autograph? Because Jazzy also wants to get your autograph.
Oh, yes, we can make that happen. We do have a couple of our CDs that we have already signed.
We got you.
I have your address, Joe, so I can.
I wouldn't mind if that vinyl was signed either.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Okay. What do we have to do? Like sign the bottom?
Okay. So the way
Or just the middle.
but we don't get them. That goes directly just through
Oh,
Diggers.
that's true. Yeah, the vinyl goes straight to you guys. It wouldn't come to us.
Okay.
The only way that we could do that is if it got sent to you,
And then you send it to us,
and then you
and we
send it
send
to
it
us,
back.
and we send it back. Or if you came to see us at a show, and we could decide it in person.
That would be the way to go. Then I could get a nice picture with you guys too.
Hey, that'd be sick.
Sounds good. I'm excited.
I think we got
So,
one last question.
Yeah. You want to go ahead and ask it? You want me to?
No, go for it.
Okay. So Justin Rage V2 wants to know, what is your favorite song that you guys have written?
Ooh.
Okay, that one is a hard one.
Oh, it's hard. It's like picking your favorite kid. You have
I can tell you
one,
my
but
favorite song of yours is Still Waiting.
Your favorite song,
Thank
Still
you very
Waiting?
much.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
That's that song is a little ode to my girlfriend when I was trying to get at her. Dang. I guess I have two, only because of the recording processes of them. Feel Nothing and Reincarnate were both songs that we finished in studio. Like Reincarnate was a song that we went in with just the instrumental. I didn't have anything for lyrics written down.
Yeah, no.
And
Matt
for the
Legends.
2 days that we recorded that song, that's when I wrote the lyrics.
Yeah,
Wow.
he was living in St. Louis for a while, and we live in the middle of Illinois, so it was just hard for us all to get together at the same time at that point. So me, the guitar player, bass player, and the drummer, we all got a song together, just musically, and I think Matt heard it 1 or 2 times in the chat, and we just had one ready, so we just went and recorded it, and it ended up being
Being like the best one. Basically.
it's definitely our most streamed song that we have.
Cool.
And for me, yeah, I have two too, because Reincarnate definitely one.
You said you have a tutu.
I did. Oh, he got me.
Zyroth is raiding. Thank you, Zyroth.
Say,
Sick.
hey,
Hello.
thanks for raid.
But yeah, for that it was between Reincarnate and Build It Up. I loved doing that song just because it was so unlike anything else that we had done. First off, it was an acoustic song, and we got to write in a different way than we generally ever really did. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun. We got to play with bells and
Hey.
a saxophone.
Hey, don't tell anybody, but we're recording a music video on the 22nd for Build It Up, and it'll be coming out soon.
So
But don't
Ooh,
tell
awesome.
anybody.
don't tell nobody.
You heard it here first.
No,
Yeah,
you didn't.
Don't tell anybody.
No, you
didn't.
didn't.
Okay.
Don't
You
tell
didn't hear
anybody.
it. You didn't hear it all.
You didn't hear it
I'm
here
calling the
first.
police.
Yeah, we're actually gonna go shoot with another really good videographer. Her name is Juan Ibanez. He's done a lot of up and coming bands like our friend Discrepancies, Ashland,
Hard Loss,
Callaway Circus, all sorts of bands.
Awesome.
He's
We're definitely
killer.
looking forward to that. So just to wrap up, first I want to thank you guys because we had a cancellation, and Raichu, you agreed to come on the show kind of at the last minute. That's why you didn't
Yeah.
see much advertising this week. So thanks so much for filling in this week and
No
bringing
problem.
Dylan with you.
It's nice to do. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Had a lot of fun.
We've wanted to get some more music content on this show too. So I think you just kind of opened the door for us to get some more bands as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
No, not a problem. I would love to introduce you to some of our friends that we've made throughout the years. I can even try and get them to come on do something like this with you guys too.
Yeah, and I'd like to introduce you to a song we got called "Closed Doors." And terrible joke. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Zazu's favorite song is "Love Is an Open Door," so he doesn't like that.
Ooh.
We wrote that song.
Not that.
Oh, that was ours, right?
That was ours.
We sold that to Disney.
Thank you so much. I say after this, we're just gonna kick it. We're gonna try out some Overcooked 2.
Awesome.
Oh, that's such a fun game.
We're gonna see
We've
how good
never
we are.
played it.
Yeah.
Oh my, be prepared.
So we're gonna see how we are at teamwork.
Yeah, we saw it in the what was it? The Game Pass on Xbox.
Yeah, it just showed up. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah.
It's a really fun game, and it's really hectic, and you guys will probably quit the band by the end of the night. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah. Quit the band, become professional chefs.
I've been looking for an excuse to leave this band for years.
Ghost Fighter, Ty, and I played that together, I think on Ghost's last stream before he moved from Washington to Texas. And we had a lot of fun playing that. It was fun.
I'm excited. I've seen videos, but like I know it kind of reminds me of like Mario Party mini games.
Yeah, very much.
So where can people find you on various social media platforms, both for yourself and for the band?
Okay, so RaichuARockSong, I am on Twitter and Twitch, basically. I stick to my Twitter pretty good. Or if you want to just somehow run into me in chat, I am always running around somewhere inside Elevate's chat. Come join the Elevate Discord.
Elevate.
Come talk to my friends Zaz and Jazz and Ty and Raichu.
That's actually wrong.
Dylan
sometimes.
What? I'm wrong.
No, I'm sorry. The link. We got it now.
Oh, okay. Well then, other than that, Inner Outlines, you can find us on our Facebook page is the best way to find out what we're up to and what we're doing. We keep up mainly on Facebook. We also have Instagram, Twitter.
We have a website.
Yeah, we have inneroutlines.com.
You can even have like you could be on our mailing list. Sorry, I don't know why I had such a hard time saying mailing list.
Mailing list.
Emailing list. We won't. I actually would like to do physical pieces of mail, but we do.
Is that Tails miles per hour? Oh yeah, that's when he was getting the president.
Don't get distracted. We're talking about the band.
I love Sonic so much.
Me too, but I understand.
Yeah, we're on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Play, anything you can find music on.
Yeah, we're on it. Except for SoundCloud.
Yeah, not SoundCloud.
Not SoundCloud.
So it's pretty much after you listen to this on Spotify or you watch it on YouTube, when we post that there tomorrow, you can then go to their channels on the same platforms and do the same thing. So that sounds awesome.
Sure can.
There's your YouTube link. Jazzy just posted that in chat.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jazzy.
She's got it. She's got it covered.
Nice.
Hey, we'll make sure we get once the YouTube video of this goes up, we'll make sure we get it over to you guys so you can shout it out on Facebook.
Sweet.
Sick.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be awesome.
That sounds neat.
Zaz?
Ooh.
That one.
Ooh.
So anything in closing before we send you over to raid out to you?
www.inneroutlines.com. Check us out on Spotify. You can like us on, Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. I know we just did this.
Grubhub. We're on
DoorDash us.
Yeah.
DoorDash us. Send me pizzas, please.
Come join Elevate. Come follow me. I play Central Time Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. And yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog, Rocket League, now Overcooked 2, some Sea of Thieves coming soon with
Bro,
the
you should just be an
Elevates.
Overcooked
Let's do
2
it.
streamer.
Yes,
Elevators.
we'll get in contact to you real soon about sending those up, seeing if our schedule coincides with that.
Yes.
All right, man. I appreciate you guys joining, and you're more than welcome to end the call. Thank you both.
All right, thanks. I'll be getting on soon.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Guys.
Bye.
Whoa, giant Zazaboo.
I would just like to say and go on record. I don't know if they could hear me or not, but I fanboyed a little bit during that because I really, really, really love their band.
Oh,
I
yeah?
listen to them a lot. So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun, and I'm so glad that they came. Jazz, I think that acoustic version of what's the name of that song they just did?
That interview rocked. Nice.
No, what's the
That's the
song?
fanboy.
What's the song they just played?
I'm waiting for Jazzy to tell me.
It's the video we watched. What video did we watch?
I don't know. You didn't play the one that I sent you. So
Yeah. That one. The one they played on here. That was my favorite. What did you guys think? Do you guys like the music part? Getting music interviews on here?
I love it.
Also, I want to thank Zyroth again for the raid. And the host, Bermibe, thank you for your raid and host. And hey, Mr. Tofu, thank you so much for the 50 biddies. Don't forget, we still have 2 subscriber badges left, guys. If you want to be a first founder, you can subscribe to the channel and you get that first founder badge for life, or until Twitch takes it away from you. One of the two.
Get it.
So what else we got going on, dude?
But it won't count. So next week we're going to be joined by a mystery guest.
A mystery guest.
I know. A mystery guest.
Did you book this?
I in fact did book this, and I'm not telling you. And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay.
So you're definitely going to want to be ready for this. You'll have to find out at like 8:30 when we bring them on.
All right. So next week is the last episode of Streamer Spotlight series. Justin, thank you so much for that gifted sub to Silly Tattoo Bear, man. The guest is Ty. Awesome. No, it's not me. I can tell you that. So next week is the last episode of Streamer Spotlight, though. For season 1, we will be back in season 2 at the end of quarter 3. So sometime, or quarter 1, I was thinking the third month. The end of quarter 1, sometime in March, Streamer Spotlight will be back with season 2. We already have our first guest booked for that too. He may or may not be in the chat. So in the meantime, we're going to be replacing Streamer Spotlight at 9 p.m. Eastern on Sundays with another show. Zazaboo, do you want to talk about that show?
Yeah, so on January 5th, we're going to be coming on with a show called Table of Content. It's going to be a roundtable version of this show. We'll probably get a little less into streaming, get a little more into the Twitch news, and probably a little bit of entertainment news. And we'll just kind of see where the wind blows us. But we're looking at having a couple of regulars on, and also bringing on some guests each week. Kind of keeping it fresh, keeping it updated. And if all goes well and goes according to plan, when Streamer Spotlight comes back, we will possibly move this show to be a late night show on maybe Friday nights. So keep your eyes peeled and tune in. And if you like what you see, we'll keep it going.
That is true. So favorite part of the show tonight, dude?
Oh, it's got to be the live music. Yeah, you can't beat that.
No, live music wins every single time. Don't forget, guys, if you haven't joined the Discord, make sure you do so. It's a very awesome community that we're building over there. Everybody's involved. It's all about elevating each other's content and elevating people as far as their personal health as well. We try to lift each other up in everything that we do. So it's a really fun place to hang out and just chat with everybody that you see already here. So you can find Symphonic mostly memeing in the channel mostly. But we have a separate channel for that. If you don't want to see those, you don't have to.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
Let us know in season 2. We still got a few minutes. Yeah. He's up, but he's not up yet. So let us know in season 2 who you want to see on the show, guys.
Yes. Yeah, we're always looking for new and exciting stuff. And like you saw tonight, it doesn't necessarily have to be just a person that streams. Any kind of content creator. If you have friends, or if you yourself are an artist of any kind, be it any kind of physical medium, or if you do music yourself, anything, let's get you on. Let's talk about your discipline and what you do.
Yeah, I won't lie. I reached out to Chris Jericho from AEW and Fozzy, and I'm still waiting for his response. I'm sure it's coming any day now, but the Le Champion is very busy.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Tattoo Bear wants to know what is a meme. We'll let Symphonic already answered, but I would like to get the meme magician to also address that real quick.
So, Tatsu, I know you've probably seen memes.
That's the meme magician.
You'll see like a picture that will be used over and over again, and it'll kind of have a joke that's already, like, you'll know the format when you see it, because when it becomes a memes, it's kind of a recurring sort of inside joke that's not necessarily an inside joke. It's like a public inside joke. Kind of like Ty always says better than yesterday. And while it's awesome and it's uplifting everything, sometimes we joke about it kind of like a meme. And Symphonic always using Kappa has itself kind of become a meme because he's Mr. Kappa. Those sorts of things. It's almost like recurring inside jokes that aren't inside jokes.
All right, so we are ready to raid. He is up and ready to play some Overcooked 2. So Zazaboo, if you would.
With that, my friends, I bid you adieu. We love you. Goodbye. And good night. Bang.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.